Okay.
Alright guys, Bubbatx is here with SATXSasquatch on Instagram.
What's up, people?
Doing a interview / ride video as he has his camera set up on his helmet but doesn't have the mic adapter set up yet. So you'll get to see him riding down River Road. So
it was a fun ride.
It was. A lot of good views. On the sport bike it sucks because it's so slow. So the sport bike doesn't like to do 20. But so I was doing like 25, 30. One spot was doing like 45. So to start off, who are you?
Well, the name that a lot of people call me by at a lot of places is Willie. It's not my real name. That information's private. You gotta buy me a drink first.
Alright, why the name Sasquatch?
Why the name Sasquatch? It started as a joke a couple years ago. After I got out of the military, I grew out my beard and my hair, and my buddy started comparing me to the Jack Link's Messing with Sasquatch character, and it just kind of stuck.
I could see it. What made you start riding?
I've wanted to ride for a while now. My late grandfather was a big Harley guy. Rode a lot when he was younger. Had offers to join some motorcycle clubs that he said hell no to. And I've seen other people ride and stuff, and it was one of those things that just kind of looked very freeing. So it took me about 3-4 years from deciding that I wanted to buy a bike to when I actually got the one that I have now.
So, how long have you been riding?
I have only been riding for about 3 months now. I bought the bike that I have now off of Biker Ken, his old 900 Classic over there. And so I went from having no experience to doing really dumb things in about 3 months.
Yeah. Why YouTube?
Why YouTube? I mean, do stuff here with Bubbatx. Kind of show my progression as I learn and get more comfortable on the bike, so I actually have verifiable proof of like, hey, this is what's going on, and you know, just see what other shenanigans we can put up on there.
A lot.
Some of y'all are going to be seeing later. We've already got some ideas in the works.
How do you know me, and why post on my channel and not create your own?
So we'll start with the why not post on my own. And the simple answers for that is it's going to be easier in the beginning to post with him on his channel. That, and it's kind of the test if I really enjoy doing the YouTube thing with writing and everything. I mean, he's my editor right now and everything. Eventually I'm going to have to learn to do that all on my own. And at that point I'll decide if maybe I want to start my own side channel or if I'm going to keep doing it with him. And also it's a good way for him to actually get more content up there, since one person can only ride so much and one person can only do so much. It makes a little bit more sense if you have multiple people on one channel, because you can still put out regular content while it not only just being me recording for it.
God knows I suck at posting.
And then how do I know Bubbatx? So his mom was actually my lunch lady in high school, and I was actually in Boy Scouts with his younger brother.
Yep.
I was older than his younger brother, but come to find out that he had actually been in the same troop for like a month, and I just didn't remember him. And then when I got out of the military and came back home, I started getting active in masonry and the shrine here in San Antonio, and bumped into his parents again, started talking to them, and then he started looking at masonry and stuff like that and joined, and I went with the person that was instructing him on a lot of his stuff, so we started hanging out more and more. Came up to a point in time of when I was looking at another job, and he actually told me to look at working with him. Took about a couple months for that to pan out, but now we actually work together.
Sadly. All right, what gear do you have, and why did you choose that gear?
I have one helmet, 2 jackets, a pair of shoes, and some gloves. The helmet I got is the Icon Air Flight in the Merca pattern.
Battle Scar too.
Or Battle Scar. The jacket's the Merc.
Yeah.
I got the helmet because a lot of friends and stuff are recommending that when I first start out, go with the full face, don't be stupid and do that.
Yep.
So I tried to find something that kind of just reached out and spoke to me. I was looking for helmets that were minimum of, what is it, ECC? ECE certified. I was told to, like, yeah, dot helmets are legal in the States, but try to get something with the ECC or ECC and Snell if you can find them. Then my buddy showed me the Air Flight, and I really liked the way it looked and everything. It's a very nice helmet. It's nice and cool sometimes. Jackets, the first jacket I bought was actually the Scorpion Covert flannel jacket, and then I went out and actually bought the pads for it because it didn't include them, which wasn't too terrible. And that one I got purely because I liked the way it looked and everything. Then as it started getting warmer as I was riding, Bubba looked at me and was like, you probably really need to get a mesh jacket. So on the first video he actually recorded me riding and stuff. It was actually, we went to Cycle Gear so I could look at mesh jackets, and I ended up picking up a Revit
model.
Yeah, Revit mesh jacket, and at the same time I actually picked up the OGO Mach 5 drag. And then the other thing I have is shoes. I actually got, I want to say it's the Speed and Strength shoes. I like the style, and they hit a lot of the check marks and had some stuff I wasn't even looking for. So they have a molded toe and ankle. They actually go up a pretty decent up bit above my ankle to keep that safe for when I'm riding on the highway and whatnot, just in case, God forbid, something does go wrong.
Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't. You were in the military. Talk about that and the different places you've been.
Yeah, so I joined the military in 2013. I went into the Navy as a Navy corpsman, and I got to go some really cool places there. After I'd finished all my training and the training for my job, I went to and was stationed in Okinawa, Japan for about 2 years. Got to see some really cool things. It's one of the places where you're actually going to get the most accurate depiction of the Battle of Okinawa from World War II, because at that time, the Okinawans really did not like the Japanese and were being fed lies about the U.S. and what we would do to them when I got there. And I just covered up my mic a little bit, sorry about that. And so they actually have a place there called the Suicide Cliffs, which during the Battle of Okinawa, just because of what the Japanese were saying about the U.S. Soldiers, a lot of people actually committed suicide by jumping off the cliffs. They also have Peace Prayer Park in that area, which actually includes the name of every soldier that died, or every soldier, Marine, Japanese forces, Korean, US, Canadian, that actually died during the Battle of Okinawa. And actually still to this day, they are still finding bodies. They're still finding unexploded ordnance and everything up there. And then after that, I actually went through training and got attached to a Marine unit, because the Marine Corps doesn't have their own medical personnel, they use Navy. I got stationed in Jacksonville, North Carolina at Camp Lejeune, and shortly after I got to the unit I was attached to, we ended up going on a deployment. And on that deployment, I got to go to Rhodes, Spain, Israel, where I actually did a tour of Jerusalem, Oman, and Bahrain.
Nice.
And very, very interesting places, because a lot of, like, especially Oman and Bahrain, have some oil money from the U.S., so there's actually very Americanized places in there and whatnot, and it was very interesting.
What's your favorite part about riding?
My favorite part about riding, even though I do have a Bluetooth communicator in my helmet that I link up to my phone and listen to music on, it's one of the few things I can actually do for a long period of time without music and just relax.
Oh yeah, it's very peaceful.
Very, very head clearing.
What other hobbies do you have besides riding?
Even though I'm a filthy casual player, I do play some video games. Drinking. Not as bad as I used to be, but drinking is one of my hobbies. I also brew beer from time to time. Some of it's good. Go to hell.
I don't think I've tried your beer.
Something I haven't done in a while and I want to get back into is I actually used to play Warhammer 40,000. I have some friends that play it, but unfortunately they're not in San Antonio, they're other places. But I'd like to get back into playing and building the models. And I also play quite a bit of D&D.
Oh yeah. Like every Sunday, right? Or just about?
Just about every Sunday, unless something comes up.
Alright, last question. What childish thing do you still enjoy?
I mean, some people would say D&D is kind of childish.
A little bit.
But I wouldn't say that. Honestly, just playing dumb kid games from when I was younger. Like every once in a while, if I can find it, I'll go back and play some of the old Tony Hawk games. I'm actually real excited about the remaster that's coming out.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's something I had on the N64. I mean, some people would say video games are childish, even though that's not necessarily true anymore. And all around, just dicking around outside without a care in the world.
Yep. Alright, if you have any more questions for Sasquatch here, go ahead and leave them in the comments.
Or hit me up on my Instagram for those of you that do have it. As you said in the beginning, it is at SATXSasquatch.
Yep. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, check out his playlist, which we'll be creating a lot more for him soon.
We'll officially have 2 videos after this.
Oh yeah. We'll have 2 videos, including his nuclear mounting video. So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
Stay safe.